most e-commerce brands can't scale because they're afraid to test new things and they're afraid to adapt to the changes that are happening. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Andre, the founder of HoloGrowth. And over the last couple of years, I've seen the back end from probably more than 200 different e-commerce brands and talked to more than 200 different e-commerce brand owners and seen what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and helped many, many different e-commerce brands scale profitably and reach 7 figures, 8 figures in revenue. And the brands that are the most successful are usually the ones that test the most and that are not afraid to make changes to their marketing strategy, make huge shifts, and adapt based on the data that they're seeing. And the brands that are not as successful and are not able to scale, they're afraid to do that. They would rather stick to the things that they have always been doing and do the things that they think they know works for them. And whether it's like branded content, whether it's a specific product that they always have been advertising, whether it's only like using in-house creatives and only like polished, branded, high quality content. The brands that stick to that and are afraid of testing new things, going into different markets, targeting different people, testing completely new content and a different approach when it comes to their marketing. Like those, like that's the goal to scale your brand. You have to be willing to test new things. You have to be willing to risk losing money. You have to be willing to adapt and to see like what is working in the industry. What are other brands doing? What can we do? What other brands are maybe not doing? And if you look at the most successful direct-to-consumer e-commerce brands and the ones that scaled aggressively over the last couple of years, they are relentless when it comes to testing new things. And they're consistently going against what everyone else is doing. They're testing completely new things, what no one else would be willing to test. And a lot of those tests fail. Like a lot of those things that they test don't work and they end up losing money. But then there are some tests that have outlandish returns for them and are so successful and so profitable that it's worth it for them. And by consistently testing, iterating, adapting, they're able to become the biggest players in the industry, scale aggressively, and do more of what works, do less of what doesn't work, and get great results. So if you're afraid of testing new things, if you're afraid of testing a completely different approach, a completely different content strategy, marketing strategy, whatever, and just test new stuff, then stop it and do it. Like either you test, you adapt, you iterate, or you will fail. Like long term, I don't see any e-commerce brand that is successful without being willing to test new things and risk a lot of things to get those outlandish returns.